just gave this out earlier, but it's just a practice test. Did you get this last time?
I think so. I'll get you through that.
All right. We're just finishing it up right now. They both fit on there. Cool. All right, guys, let me catch up to you a little bit here. What's the auxiliary equation for this guy? M squared plus 16. Right, because it'll be 1 minus 1 for the middle. So M equals for I. Which leads you to what? The first solution for YC, well, for Y in this case.
C1
C1
Cosine.
cosine. Yeah, C2 sine. Cool. And again, I told you, I'm hoping I assigned the homework problem that talks about the translation between the two. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, you probably should look for it because it's interesting. The translation between Cauchy-Euler and the earlier constant coefficient homogeneous situation. The E to the mx problems. Now, this would have a x, what's in front of that C1's cosine, blah, blah, blah. In general, it would be x to the alpha. And of course, here alpha is 0. So that just becomes a 1. We saw that kind of thing with the other one, e to the mx, and m is 0. It's just a 1. Here, now that I've made that change, as you pointed out, the aux becomes much better. Becomes what I meant it to be honest.
Plus 20m.
And that's a perfect square now. So you get m equals negative 5 halves repeated. And so in this case, when you get a repeat, it kind of makes sense that you don't just multiply by x again because you're going to get a different power of x, which is really the whole idea behind it. So you can't be messing with that. So you get, straight off from here, you get ln of x. And we talked about last time if there was like if it was a cube or a fourth power, if it was repeated 3 times or 4 times, you would just keep multiplying by another ln of x. So you get ln of x squared, ln of x cubed. And not ln of x squared, but ln of x squared, which is very different, right? That's the evil wonder. You can't bring the 2 down. No. Okay. All right, I like it. I mean, you got to step back and say, relative to what you might have assumed, this isn't as difficult as you could have been, right? I mean, it's all about chapter 4. It just seems like, oh, we're stepping up a degree. It's going to be so much more difficult. It is in a few places, but a few of these things are pretty straightforward. So those case 3s for both of those things, you have to kind of memorize those and get the right format for them. But if you look at that one about the translation between the two, it actually makes it easier to remember what goes where. Okay. All right. So that's everything for that. Okay. So I have a new thing, and this is where I really want you guys to get together with at least one other person. Let's see if this works. Find at least one other person, maybe 2. Look at you all go. Nobody wants to, so then that means you're both in the same boat. Might as well get together. Shit. John, I'm gonna work with. All right, Alfonso. Let's see. You guys can do this. I know it. You don't have to dance or anything. Ashley, you want to work with Nate? You guys want to work together?
I'm a dumbass, so I apologize in advance.
I'm tired. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Nate's a smartass. He'll average out. You're not a dumbass, Ashley. Get over there. Get in there. All right. This is what you're working on, by the way. Group quiz, yes. Guys, let's make this official. Closed notes, closed books. When you see what this is on, that should not be a problem. And I want to point out, and you're all like, what's the problem? Notice on the back.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And again, that's not